Hey Leo, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. Thanks for joining me. Also welcome cross watchers. So this will be a general daily love reading for the sign of Leo for September 2025. These are general and collective messages, you know, take it how it resonates. And please like, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification. Okay, so what are the love messages for Leo for September 2025? What are the love messages for Leo? Love messages for Leo. So, then we've got, yeah, you're definitely dealing with a water sign or a fire sign, a fellow fire sign. Yeah, so we've got the Chariot. Hang on a second. 8 of Cups. Knight of Rods. Could be dealing with a player. Someone that's kind of in and out. Hang on a second. Oops. Ooh, cards are all over the place. Okay, tell me more about this 8 of Cups and this Chariot and this Knight of Wands. Okay. King of Cups. Yeah, you're definitely dealing with a water sign here. It looks like someone's walking away from something. Or it's the fact that they can't seem to make up their mind. You know, maybe they're having a tower moment. Somebody could be angry. Could be a water sign that doesn't know what they want. Could have a new person coming in. Definitely a player energy here. Could be you walking away or they walking away. Go to someone else. That's what I feel here. Someone's heart's not in it maybe. It's like they want to go towards some sort of wish fulfillment. Yeah, you've got a lot of cups here. So somebody's not emotionally fulfilled. You know, maybe they're saying something better, please. Okay. Then you've got this affectionate, loving King of Cups. Could be quite emotionally withdrawn, distant. I feel that you're angry at the moment. Could be you. This person's a player, sort of in and out. Maybe they've come to some sort of truth. I think I picked this up last time as well, Leo. That you're dealing with a water sign, in and out, in and out. They could be involved with someone else. Someone here is definitely having a tower moment, going through changes, transitioning, and maybe someone was afraid of commitment. Someone here doesn't know what they want, that's what I feel. Sort of in and out, travelling. Okay. Could have a new person coming in. Water sign, fire sign. Come on, this King of Cups, please, for Leo. Any more? Maybe someone has come to a truth, you know, a wake-up call, a reality check, that something isn't working here, you know. So something has given them a wake-up call and motivated them and inspired them to walk away to something better, you know, towards their wish fulfillment, towards their heart's desire. Ooh. Someone could be stuck between two people, making a conscious decision. There could be stagnation here, crossroads. Someone here feels stuck, definitely. I do feel that you're dealing with someone that is very in and out, and I feel that, I'm sure this came up last time. Because this Knight of Rods, he's a player. He's a sort of in and out. He's not, he can't stay in one place for long. I need more on this Two of Swords. Tell me more about this Two of Swords. Someone's definitely struggling to make a decision here. Could be more than one person. You could be dealing with... Actually... Well, there's fire energy there. That could be your energy. Someone's definitely got someone else on the go here. So we've got the Death. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Could be somebody's ego, you know, maybe they've had a reality check. Hang on a minute. Could be someone's ego, an ego death. Someone's definitely walking away from something here. If it's not you, it'll be your person, Leo. Could be what's going on in the world as well. death, destruction, pain, suffering. Anywhere on this death card, this Two of Swords. Maybe you're struggling to make a decision between two people. Oh. Yeah, there's definitely a third party situation going on here. The situation looks complex. It looks very complex. I feel that someone here is walking away from something. Three of Cups. It could be you or your person. Someone here is very in and out, player-like energy. Someone could be angry that someone has got someone else, or that can't make up their mind. This person could have multiple choices, multiple lovers. I feel that this came out last time as well. You could have found out, they could have found out. Someone's definitely got someone else and can't seem to make up their mind. They're not big on commitment. Maybe they're not mature enough. But it's like someone here needs to walk away from something. They need to leave something behind because it's not fair on someone. There's an innocent party here. Someone's blindfolded, look. They can't seem to make a conscious decision. You know, maybe there's no boundaries here, but someone is definitely always on the move and very in and out. Maybe some sort of painful truth has come to light. Maybe you're both in love with someone else and you both need to make a decision. Okay, but the Death card's popped up because it's saying that you need to leave something behind, or someone does. You need to walk away from something because it's not emotionally fulfilling. You could be in love with someone and they could be in love with someone, and there's an innocent party in all this. Also, this is for same-sex relationships as well. There's definitely transitioning and changes going on here. You know, someone's had a reality check, a wake-up call to remove themselves from something and go towards something better, something that's more emotionally fulfilling. And maybe somebody's scared of commitment, scared of change. That's why they're struggling. You know, your person could be dealing with an air sign. You could be dealing with an air sign. Okay, can we get more on this Death card? Definitely something ending here. Could be an ego death. I get a sort of arrogant energy. Definitely some sort of transitioning, change, transformation. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Three of Cups. Tell me more. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's an innocent party in this situation, Leo. I have to be honest, I'm not personally attacking anyone. I read energies, okay? It could be you, it could be your person, or the person who your person is in love with, if you feel my drift. Someone here feels left out in the cold. There's an innocent party here. Five of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, someone's sad about something and they're feeling left out in the cold. They're feeling stuck. Some sort of truth could have been revealed to you. You know, bring some light to the situation. I do feel with this Chariot as well, like I said, I'm getting a sort of in and out. This person, they don't know what they want. Bit of a player. Yeah, this reading is similar to the last reading I did for you, Leo. Someone feels left out in the cold, stuck, alone. Someone here could be very closed off with their feelings. You've got the King of Cups here. He's very affectionate and loving, but he can be very withdrawn and distant with his feelings. He just sits there with his cup. You know, water signs. Wow. It's like someone's closed off with their emotions, and I do feel that you've got some sort of sexual relationship going on here, Leo, with someone. And I feel that that's all it's about. Just sexual convenience, in and out, in and out. I do believe that, I feel that you've both got someone else. There's an innocent party here. Someone's hurt, an air sign. I feel this is exactly the same as last time. Near enough. Maybe someone here hasn't learned their lesson. I'm not. Tell me more about this Five of Pentacles for Leo, please. Tell me more, please. Oh, that kind of just hit me in the face. Ouch. Anyone on this Five of Pentacles, please, for Leo? Anyone on this Five of Pentacles for Leo? Tell me more about this Tower. Yeah, I feel like someone here is waiting for their ships to come in, like someone has turned their back on something, could have walked away. I just feel like this has been going, this is like repetitive energy. I'm getting a sort of repetitive, immature player energy here. Wow, Three of Wands. Is that me dealing with a fellow fire sign or an earth sign? It's like someone just turns their back and doesn't care about what goes on. You know, they leave a trail of trouble behind them, if you know what I mean. Someone here is hurt. I feel that it's whoever you're dealing with, I feel that they're in love with someone and that person is hurt. It's too painful for them to see. You know, someone doesn't know what they want. They can't seem to make a decision. Look, like I said, player. Sort of repetitive, that's what I keep hearing. You know, like I said, immature, not fully committed. Okay, there's definitely a third party situation. There's a lot of threes. Look, there's an innocent party here. Anyone with Three of Wands, whoever you're dealing with, they're in love with someone and that person is really hurt. Because it's hard for them to see you with them or them with you, if you know what I mean. This is complex. Yeah, someone is definitely in some sort of bondage, some sort of doubt, some sort of fear. Someone here is very egotistical, very arrogant. They could be around someone that's controlling, jealous, possessive. There's a lot of fear going on, and there's a lot of vindictive and selfish behaviour here. Ooh, I just got hiccups again. So your person isn't big on feelings and emotions and expressing themselves. Very in and out, always on the move, lots of women. That's what I feel here. There's an innocent party here, and I really feel their pain. Oh, the Devil. So some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. There's something here that needs to be released. Something needs to be let go of. Someone needs to... Wow. Ooh. Okay, tell me about this Devil, please. Okay, what is that? Yeah. Someone could be walking away from a third party situation. Someone here could have suffered betrayal. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, so there's a toxic third party situation that has come to a completion. Okay, I had a feeling the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords would come out. It looks like someone found out something about someone. Someone could have someone else. They found out that they're a player, they're a cheater, they're a liar, they've got multiple lovers. And it's come to light. So some sort of painful truth. There's been an innocent party here. And they found out something, and they're in pain, and they're suffering, and they're sad, you know. Also, you could have a new person coming in. Could be a fire sign, could be a Scorpio. But yeah, someone here is going through some sort of emotional turmoil, inner turmoil, pain, suffering, loss, sorrow. You could be dealing with a backstabber. There's a lot of betrayal here. Someone's definitely got someone else, and someone's found out. Three of Swords, definitely dealing with an air sign. It's like that a third party has come between something here. You know, you could be the other woman. You know, wow, this person's a player. I really don't like the energy. I'm not, I don't like the feeling I get from this Devil and this Knight of Rods. Someone here, they've got problems with commitment. They like to be around toxic people, and someone that's controlling, and someone that's crazy and that has to have the last word. It's like it turns them on, if you know what I mean. Just player. They're not committal, they're non-committal. You know, they've got trouble making up their mind, sticking to one person. They're in love with someone else, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. It's very complex. And maybe that's why the Death card's popped up, because it's saying, you know, you need to make a decision because people are getting hurt here. Look, you know, there's enough pain and suffering going on in the world. You know, we don't need any more, do you? And I just feel someone here needs to make a decision. You could have a new person coming in, and then you're going to have to make a decision between an old person and a new person. But something here has come to a painful, painful ending. Someone here has found out someone has got someone else. Now, there could be codependencies going on, drugs, alcohol. Someone here is very, it's like they've got a sort of bondage thing going on with someone. Yeah? They could be around someone that's very controlling. Can you tell me more, please, about this Devil and the Three of Swords? Tell me more. Could be going through some sort of painful truth, a transformation. You know, your person, this is complex, and I feel that everybody here is fed up and frustrated, and they don't want to see because it's painful. There's an innocent party here. I keep hearing air sign. Someone's found out that you're the other woman. Someone's found out that someone's got someone else. They're heartbroken. They're sad. A third party has come between someone's happiness or union or connection. And I really don't like the look of this Devil either. Someone here is very manipulative. Could be practicing dark magic. You know, also with this Devil card, someone here, I'm just, all I hear is arrogant. When I look at this Knight of Rods, arrogant, player. Someone here is very egotistical, quite controlling. There could be a lot of fears here as well. But someone here is definitely going to be walking away because they're hurt. There could have been lying going on, cheating. But there's a lot of heartbreak and pain and loss and suffering. And someone here is very conflicted within themselves, look. And whoever's doing all this, messing around, playing around, they're kind of just standing there and they don't know what to do. They've got problems. I think that they're very immature. They don't know how to let go of things that aren't good for them. They've got codependency problems. And also they've got into the habit of sort of in and out, messing with someone's head. Someone's hurt here. Yeah, they're going through a dark and stormy time here, look. Yeah, so it's like someone's suffering sorrow. Oh yeah. Someone's come to some sort of painful truth, painful realization. You know, like I said, someone here is doing destructive behavior, causing chaos, causing misery. Something here needs to end. You know, someone here needs to walk away and do the right thing and be honest, you know, who they want to be with. Like I said, it could be a water sign, or you could have a new person coming in and someone's going to have to make a choice between two people. Wow. Complex. But I do feel there's been a third party situation and it had a painful ending, and someone found out they learnt a very painful lesson. They've learnt a painful truth, you know. And that's why the Death card is there. It's saying it's time to move on and let this go, you know, to go through your spiritual awakening, go through that transition stage, that transformation, changes, better things are ahead, wish fulfillment, look, yeah? Yeah, I just said that as well, guys. See? The power of intuition, right? Yeah. Someone here needs to let something go. They need to surrender. They need to accept the inevitable. Someone could be frightened of change, scared of leaving something behind. You know, they've got codependency problems, abandonment problems. So we've got the Hangman. So someone here really needs to release something, surrender and let go of something. They're not letting something go. It's like they feel stuck, they feel that they're at a dead end, you know, and I just feel in order to manifest abundance and let better things in, and for powerful changes to come in, they need to make this conscious decision. You know, they need to get themselves together, let something go, release something. They're not, you know, sacrifices, you know, they're not, something is just a dead end, you know. It could have been dead a long time ago, and this person, they just realised that. Yeah. So someone here needs to release, let go, surrender, and go towards better things. So basically cut their losses. You know, there's been an innocent party here. A lot of, you know, someone here has suffered massively because of someone else. Tell me more about this Hangman. Tell me more about this Hangman. Maybe you weren't right for each other here, Leo. You know, maybe you weren't right for each other, and that's why all this destruction and chaos and pain has happened. You know. Tell me more about this Hangman. This person is kind of just hanging at the moment. You know, just, they could be leaving you hanging, going backwards and forwards to the other person, leaving them hanging. This person is a player. Oh dear. They need to free themselves from what is making them feel like this, or you need to do that. 8 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, subconscious fears, some sort of bondage. You know, their hands are tied, or they're scared to get cut, they're scared to get burnt. They don't want to see the reality of the situation or their actions. You know, they might feel that they need to hang on to you because they feel that it's over with the other person. You know, 8 of Swords is about feeling very conflicted and trapped in your own thoughts, trapped in fear, trapped in worry. There's doubt. You know, someone here is very conflicted. Look, see? 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, again another 10. Look, they need to let this go. It could have happened already, and they're sort of just at a standstill at the moment. That's why the Hangman's there. They could have walked away already. You could have, yeah. Do the right thing, what's best for everybody, yeah. But someone really doesn't want to, because you've got 2 blindfolds here. They're very conflicted. They've got a lot of mental conflict going on. It's like they're trapped in a mental prison. There's blindfolds on their eyes, look, because they don't want to see something because it's too painful. They don't want to. They don't know how to get out of this material bondage sort of thing, yeah. Maybe the other person's too ashamed, yeah. But there's a lot of conflicting energies here. You know, someone can't seem to get themselves together, make a decision. You know, it's very complex, Leo. Very, very trapped. But it's definitely going to come to a painful ending here. Very, very painful for someone. Like I said, there's an innocent party here. Okay, this could be how you feel as well. Dead end, it's not going anywhere. Yeah? Any more for Leo? Tell me more about this 8 of Swords. Okay? It's like someone here needs to make a conscious decision. Yeah, you could have a new person coming in. Maybe this water sign doesn't know what he wants. You know, as I say, so we've got the King of Swords. You're definitely dealing with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. King of Swords. Someone that is, you know, truth, logic, creative, very sharp with his words, making a conscious decision, you know, setting boundaries, standing their ground. This could be you. You could have the traits of an air sign. You know, someone here is all about the fairness and the logic. They think logical all the time, you know. Also, this King of Swords is about, you know, bringing clarity to a situation and, you know, being open and honest. You know, maybe that Tower moment is motivating this person to walk away from things that don't serve them anymore, and, you know, to not have more than one person on the go, and they've suffered some sort of painful lesson, you know, painful truth here, and they don't want to look at themselves in the mirror. That's how I feel here. You could have an air sign coming in here, yeah, that wants to offer you something better, yeah, that's not around lots of people, and that's mature and more committed, and, you know, it's like someone's bringing in their sword of power, sword of truth, yeah, standing their ground, setting boundaries, yeah. Okay, any more please for Leo? Tell me about this King of Swords. Yeah, someone here is definitely cutting their losses and walking away. I feel that they've had enough. It's too stressful. They're saying something better. They're going to, you know, sever ties with it, set boundaries, stand their ground, make a decision, a conscious decision to walk away. Okay, something here has to give. Something has to change. So you've got the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So someone here is definitely walking away from a situation that is too much. There's too much baggage. There's innocent parties here, and you're just, you know, this person's saying something better, please. Yeah, something better, you know, towards your wish fulfillment, you know, towards something better. That's what you're saying, you know, because this is too stressful. Someone doesn't know what they want. They can't make up their mind. They're not a one-woman type of man. Like I said, they've got change. They've got like fear of change, fear of commitment, accepting change, accepting something is over, you know, material bondage, codependency. So you're seeking something better. Look, you're walking away to manifest something better. You're standing your ground. Like I said, you're cutting your losses, making a conscious decision to free yourself from something, if this is the case. Yeah, there's too much baggage. Look, this person's got too much baggage from their past. You know, they're all over the place. They don't know what they want. It's complex, honestly. They're seeking something better. Look, they're seeking harbour. They're walking away, whether it be you or them. Yeah. But someone here is definitely walking away because it doesn't serve them anymore. You know, you want someone that's mature, that knows what they want, hasn't got 100 people around them, you know, looking at other women, all that. So something painful is ending and then something new is starting. That's what I feel here with this Nine of Cups and with this Death. You know, so the new beginning, you know. You're saying goodbye to this chapter. You know, it's too much baggage. That's what I feel here, Leo. So someone is going to, you know, do the right thing, make a conscious decision to, you know, sever ties with it, stand their ground, you know, set boundaries, you know, do what's right for you, sort of thing. Follow your heart and go towards something that's more beneficial to you. Yeah? Alright, Leo. I hope it was insightful. I hope it helps. Let me know in the comment section. If you're new, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Okay? If you need to know anything, just give me an email. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, and I'll see you again real soon, Leo, for some more readings. Take care.